One of the main ideas that eventually inspired typology was Immanuel Kant's idea of the phenomenal and noumenal world. The noumenal is the real world, and the phenomenal is the world as it appears to us. We hope that our senses can be trustworthy, and they often give us very good information, but we're only seeing a part of the world. The world that we see has a lot more to do with who we are as a being than what is actually happening. I think a great example of this is oranges. I love oranges, but if you've ever had a cat, you know that they hate the smell of oranges. Now, obviously, the orange is real, but our experience of an orange is subjective to our biology. For humans, oranges are pleasant, but cats hate it. If you didn't realize this and decided to clean your cat's litter box with an orange cleaning agent because you like the smell, it might be so unpleasant for the cat that it refuses to use the litter box. This phenomenal subjectivity applies to everything that we see. To use dogs as an example this time, humans can see 3 main colors, red, green, and blue, whereas dogs can only see 2, green and blue. People like to put green and red together because for us that's a very nice contrast. You can imagine a red barn on a green grassy hill, but for dogs that looks like the same color. So if you go to a pet store, you'll notice that a lot of the balls you can buy for your dog are blue. If you bought them a red ball and you threw it in the green grass, even though that we can see it very easily, your dog wouldn't be able to see it. And there are other animals that see many more base colors than we do. I believe mantis shrimp can see 12 different colors, and they can see different polarizations of light. I've heard a couple people say how dogs are red-green colorblind, but compared to the mantis shrimp, we are way more colorblind than dogs are compared to us. If you didn't understand this, then it's very easy to assume that the world as it appears to you is what the world really is. This is why Kantian philosophy is so important to the development of typology. Once you realize that the world as it appears to you is phenomenal, you can entertain the possibility that other people are seeing the same world but in a different way. This is essentially what Jungian typology is attempting to do, to identify different personality types that see the world in a fundamentally different way, identify yourself, and then you can factor out your own subjectivity. Now, as a practicing psychologist, you can see how such a theory would be useful to Carl Jung. It helped him identify who his patients actually were and not project his own values onto them. And then he can better see the situation they're in and give advice that is better suited for that person. Also in psychological types, Jung talks about how these different perspectives have created an endless source of conflict throughout the ages, because people fundamentally don't understand there are many correct ways to view the world and to act as a person. If you don't acknowledge that, you project your own way onto everyone, and you expect everyone to live up to your own personal standard for yourself. Especially in marriages, this difference of value can be very difficult. And Jung would try to help people in conflicting situations first realize what the other person's perspective is, and then also to accept its value.